Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
This is the comic book show where we take 3 comics from one theme and then tell you what happens in them and then judge them based on which one's the good, the bad, or the ugly. This one's dinosaurs. I know it's been a long time coming. When I first conceived of this show, I was like, one of the themes is going to be dinosaurs.
Yeah, he's been really excited about this whole dinosaur thing.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine why.
Vampires and dinosaurs.
I was very disappointed that I couldn't find
Vampire dinosaurs?
Eventually, we will find that. I will, mark my words, that's happening. I know a few vampire dinosaurs.
Oh, God.
In comics, of course, not in real life. They don't talk to me. So, let's jump into it. The first book we've got talking about is Raptor from Jurassic Park, number 1 of 2 from Topps Comics. This is written by Steve Englehart with art by Armando Gil and Del Barris.
Del Barris.
Del Barris. I know that Ethan contacted me privately to talk about it, and you're the biggest Jurassic Park fan. I can think of no one better to tell us about Raptor.
Sweet.
All right.
What's happening in Raptor?
So what is
Raptor?
Okay, so Raptor, I don't know why it's called Raptor. Because the raptors are in it, but it's really not about raptors. In fact, it opens with a T-Rex. And we are like right after the end of Jurassic Park here. We are 3 days after the events of Jurassic Park.
Okay.
This is like no one has ever seen the face of a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Well,
in
don't
their
worry,
lives.
because that's going to be repeated throughout this book.
It's just...
Even though there was, like, a movie for reference.
Yeah, you could literally
Yeah.
just watch the movie.
Like, the side shots are better, but like...
Yeah.
woof.
Head on.
Straight on, they don't know what
That's
they don't
like...
know how to do
Is it a dragon?
it. Yeah.
Sure.
It's like a dragon.
Why not?
Right?
Well, it's a lizard
Teeth.
king.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, we're right into the action. There's
Yeah.
a T-Rex and they military dudes with shocker sticks trying to control it.
They got like taser tanks.
Yeah, they got taser tanks. They're hitting it with smoke bombs or something. I'm not really sure what's happening. And that's another recurring theme in this book, not really being able to tell what the hell is happening. Grant muses about how this T-Rex hates him,
Yeah.
which is a little
Very
weird
specifically.
because, like, it's an animal.
Right.
And he's, like, a scientist, so, like, he should know, like, it doesn't hate you.
Yeah.
Well, this is also the T-Rex that saved them at the end of the movie.
Right, and he does mention that. He's like, I kind of like this T-Rex because it saved our lives from those raptors,
But he hates me.
but it hates me. And then he says, like, man, he just talks about, I wonder if pure hatred would have proved a useful strategy against us, like, regarding if they'd survive the asteroid. I'm like, what? But it doesn't hate you. You
Right.
know it doesn't. Like, it doesn't
Your
have,
whole
like, emotions
theory
like
is based
that.
on a
Like,
fallacy.
Weird. So right off the bat, it's weird. They stand in front of the T-Rex, and it's like, they're like, and Ellie's like, we should move. And then Ellie says, like, I hate you. I hate you, Ellie.
Yeah. Like,
I guess because he's telling her not to move.
Yeah.
And then the T-Rex, like, collapses right in front of them. Because
Well, it
you
can't see them. It's not moving anymore. They're
Yeah.
not moving.
No! You would think, right? Because that happened in the movie, but no. It's because
No.
he knows it's about to collapse from getting tranked. Even though, like, he would never know that.
Right.
Like, because he studies their bones. Like, he doesn't know, he wouldn't know, like, how many tranquilizers it
No,
takes.
I'm an archaeologist
down.
now. I know how their physiology works.
Yeah, I know how, like,
and
their blood
all of
works,
it.
and, like,
He's
everything.
been on
and the
Jurassic
dosages.
Park for like 2 days. He knows everything there is to know
I
about it.
think what this indicates is that something happened in those 3 days between him and that T-Rex. They're intimately
Yeah,
involved
he
with
knows
one
that the
another.
T-Rex hates him.
Yeah.
Not
Yes.
just wants to eat him.
Because he dumped him.
Yeah.
Because he left. Like, the
Yeah.
T-Rex saved him, and then he just left it behind.
Right.
What? Yeah, that was not a cry of ferocious, success.
No.
That was
No.
that was anguish.
Sorrow.
Yeah, at him
Yeah.
leaving him behind.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Not
then,
me. That's why he goes to San Diego in the second one.
Yeah.
he's looking for Grant.
He's looking for Grant.
Yeah.
Well, he was not going to find him.
Yeah, because it was the T-Rex's choice to go to San Diego.
Yeah, no, he let them catch. It's a
Yeah,
whole,
it was
the
all
whole. You
part of
actually
his
find the
plan.
whole thing
It's
is
a lot of subtext.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
there, though.
Yeah.
from the
It's there.
T-Rex in the book Raptor.
So then Grant and the general who's in charge have like a pissing contest. Grant tells him to give the T-Rex a stimulant because it's going to die because they tranked it twice. And he's
Yeah.
like, I told them not, they didn't need that much. They talk about how the raptors, they didn't find any raptor eggs in the raptor pen, so we don't have to worry about the raptors. And Grant's like, that's impossible. Like, we know they were breeding. Like, if there's no eggs here, that means they were getting out of the pen and put the eggs somewhere else.
Right.
That's impossible. They were boning like rabbits.
Yes. So then we retcon that, like, the raptors actually got out of the pen before they killed the power in the movie.
Yeah.
Even though there's, like, no way
That they
that
could
could
have.
happen. And, in fact, when they killed the power, you see that they cut a hole in the fence. The Raptors did. Like, if
Electric
they could
fence.
get out anyway, why would they have done that? But
Right.
never mind that. So Grant and Ellie go on an expedition on their own to find the Raptors.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Grant geniusly deduces that, well, if we're over here, the Raptors will be where we're not. So that'd be the other side of the island. So they go over there. Then Grant and Ellie have like a really weird and awkward romantic interaction.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Where they talk about like Ellie like wants some like alone time.
Yeah, they want to bang. She wants to bang. And
Yeah.
he's like, but science, though.
Yes.
But he
And it's
doesn't
like
even
also like that there's dinosaurs around.
Yes.
And they almost killed us before, and
Right.
they're not in
Yeah, but I'm
fences.
alive now, and I have that zest for life.
Right?
And I need
Like-
something.
So
Like,
let's talk about eggs.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's got her hormones like kicking
All
into high
scrambled.
gear.
Even the
Yeah.
damn Raptors have a family.
And it's also like you weren't like this in the movie. Like there was like a hint that there was like a relationship,
Yeah.
but they never even like kiss.
No, she's moving fast here.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, maybe because she
That's
knows,
get
like, we don't
going.
even kiss in the first movie.
She's like, you're probably gonna get eaten.
By the way, this is the point where I realized they're like borrowing ideas from the book, because in the book there's a whole chapter where Grant and Ellie go
Bang?
into never. They go into. In fact, in the book, it's a little bit creepy because like she's like distinctly his graduate student.
Oh.
And in the movie, like she could have been,
But now
probably
they're, like,
was,
more
but
like
now
equals.
like you in the book you know it.
Oh.
Like, you know that because it says, and she's like way younger than him, not unusual,
No.
but a little bit like. Ee. So,
But there's a beach cave in the book.
yeah, I don't remember if it's a beach cave or,
Or
it's
if
just like
just
a
a
cave.
cave.
But the Raptors live in caves, and they have been for like a while.
Well, then you should really like this book because it's more authentic.
Well, I do like that. Like they took something from
It's folding the book and and the movie into something
but
new.
it's so shittily done that it's
What?
like really sad. So they go because like what happens next is not from the book. They go into the cave and then like a dude with like a torpedo that he rides like comes up out of the water.
Yep.
Yeah,
And-
like Aqualad shows up. And
Yeah.
He's like,
What up?
And they
I'm here to kick some sweet waves.
right?
Let's do this.
And
I'm
kill
an
raptors.
I'm an
Kill
extreme
raptors.
surfer.
Schloomf, the
Send 'em out of
onomatopoeias
raptors.
are horrible. in
Yeah,
this
they
book.
really
like
are.
everything.
Yes.
yeah.
And so they parlay for a bit. He basically says he was hired for a lot of money to get raptors or dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And then they're holding their guns on each other.
Yeah.
And he like attacks them
Yeah.
because I guess like I don't know.
Well,
they're
he's
gonna
really well
stop him.
trained.
Yeah, he's really well trained. I guess he assumes they're gonna try to stop him.
Yeah.
Which is correct.
Right? Which is funny because at first I thought he was hunting them because he says he's a hunter. And
Yeah.
I was just
Right.
like, they
Oh.
shouldn't care. And then it's
Right.
like, oh, there was something there that you didn't really explain well enough until
No.
later on. I was
Right.
like, oh.
But you see, Grant's so smart that he figured out.
Yeah.
What
That
his
like
plan was.
his
yeah.
plan is. Well, I'll just tell you, his plan is not to kill the raptors, even though he brings a gun.
Yeah.
It's to bring them
the
elsewhere.
mainland.
to
Now,
the
I figure if I
mainland.
show my gun at the raptors, they'll just listen.
Yeah.
The phone alarm.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll shoot you.
They know
Or
what this
wound
is.
them.
You know. You know.
You're smart.
They run from him.
And his gun.
And they lose their guns when he
Immediately.
like attacks when he runs the torpedo thing at them. He like
Yes.
charges at them and they jump out of the way, and then he goes for his gun and then they run. And they get deeper into the caves, and of course there's a raptor there. Grant was right. It attacks them, and then Grant tries to like collapse the tunnel or block the tunnel with a rock.
With one rock.
With one rock, he's gonna block the huge
With
cavern.
one rock that he is physically capable of moving.
Yeah, which he wouldn't be
Plus
because it's
hummus.
gigantic.
Ugh.
I don't know if he throws it on the raptor's foot. It's not clear.
He just kind of puts it
because
in between
because
them.
the raptor could easily climb
Yeah.
over. It's bizarre.
Well, unless
Yeah.
they're using video game logic, at which point that raptor is screwed. They're
It
gonna have to go
can't
around
move.
another way.
Yeah.
So
This low rock is
Which
in
is
my
also
way.
funny because in the book they also make a point to talk about how smart the raptors are.
Yeah.
yes,
And
they
Grant
do.
does make reference to the movie where he's
They
like,
talk about how they can open.
they
doors.
can open doors.
Like, I think Ellie says that they can open.
Yeah,
doors.
and-
Yeah, and that's how they got out.
That's how
She's
they got
like,
out of the pen. Like, why wouldn't they be able to get out of the pen? They can open doors, which is like that's not the same thing. Like
No.
you're talking about a prison break. Like I can open doors, I can't break out of prison. Though.
Right, yeah.
So
I can't bend steel.
yeah,
Yeah.
So they flee the cavern with the raptors distracted, and then they go separate directions. And the raptor chases the hunter guy. He fights the raptor and he kills it.
Yeah.
He didn't want to though.
It's not really clear. I think he did want to because it's like he figures out that like it's the mother raptor. It's like guarding the smaller raptors which are in the cave, which I couldn't even tell they were smaller.
Right.
Because they were so terrible, but they were smaller. And so he's like, well, it's too bad that I had to kill you, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else he would have done. Like, he wasn't going to wrangle this fully grown raptor.
Well, well, we'll see. Because at the end, he does manage to wrangle a few things.
Right, so he talks about how hard it is to kill the raptor, because he shoots it once and like it's still alive. In fact, it bites his foot.
Yeah.
He shoots it twice.
And then he shoots it twice,
and then it bites his foot. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's like
in the death throes.
No, I have instinctual biting.
Well, that's also from the book, because in the book, Muldoon comments on how like hard it is to kill raptors because they're reptiles and like their nervous system is really distributed.
Right.
In fact, he in the book blows one up with a rocket launcher because it's like the only way to really quickly kill them is to blow them apart.
And even still, its tail is still twitching.
Right.
Yeah, it's like
at him.
He blows it in half, and he's talking about how the legs are still kicking.
Oh,
it's very
that's
gruesome.
cool, but also gruesome.
It's cool, yeah.
We don't get really that in this book, though.
I'm glad we don't see that in the movie either.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would have been cool. I kind of want to see that. But
yeah, that would have been in disturbing detail.
Describes all the blood pouring out of it.
Nice.
Look at all the blood.
Yeah, the more it struggles, the more blood shoots through it.
It's like a beautiful fountain.
Yeah, fountain of blood
or a macabre
and flame.
one.
So
whatever.
Beautiful and macabre. So then Ellie and Grant stop and like catch their breath, and then like Grant talks about how he has to go back because he knows that the guy's going to try to take the raptors off the island. He's like, but like this time, like you can't come with me. Like I told you not to come with me into the caves, and I let you. But now, like for real, you can't come with me.
She's like, like hell.
Yeah, like F that. Like I'm coming with you because I have to get captured too later. So, oh spoilers.
Yeah. Wow.
They go confront the guy. And he captures them.
He throws a net
on them while they're in the water.
This guy is truly a master hunter.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
I hope there's a spin-off book where he fights the Predator.
Yes.
They'd be too evenly matched.
I'm just saying, like, the Predator might have one up on him with that net.
Yeah.
That net just cuts through your flesh.
That's true.
So Grant cuts his way out, so you get to see like Grant's a little bit savvy, like you can't catch him that easy. He's got a knife. He cuts his way out of the net, and then like they fight, they punch each other, and they get a couple good hits in, but then Grant goes down, and then Ellie gets in on the action, and she hits him with like a club,
yeah, like a caveman
Flintstone
club
style, or who's the guy?
Captain Caveman.
Captain Caveman style club. Which says Clud when she hits him.
Well, she also hits him in the back of the head.
That should kill him.
He should be dead or dying from massive hemorrhage.
Or at least concussed.
But he's awesome, so he doesn't.
He
just
kicks her in the face.
All the blood's already leaking out of his leg. So,
from the raptor bite.
There's not enough to hemorrhage up
That'd be
there.
great. Yeah. He's bitten the foot, and then he's trying to escape with the raptors, and then sharks come.
That'd be awesome.
And then the sharks.
And then
because there's blood in the water.
If you can make this hunter bleed, then there will be blood in the water. And then the
sharks will come. Yeah, you're mixing your metaphors there, Whiplash.
So they keep fighting. They just punch each other back and forth. And then, like, Ellie comes up on him again with a knife, and he throws sand in her face.
Yeah, where'd he get that sand?
Right, because they're in the water, aren't they?
Well, no, he has both hands open here.
Yeah, I think it's like right here. Like you can't see it, but his hand is in the sand.
No, it's not. He's standing up.
Yeah.
Maybe he has secret pocket sand all the time.
Yeah, that's double jointed.
He's a really good.
He's wearing a wetsuit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
He shoved it like down like his neck.
His
and then
hand
he pulled it
produces sand.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the Sandman.
He's the hand Sandman.
Hand man?
Yeah.
Handy Sandman.
That's the hand man.
And he's like, sand in the hand is the old trick. It's an old trick. I really am better than you at this.
Yeah, it's called being a dick.
I'm better at you than
cheating.
Like, cheating.
I kicked you in the gonads.
And then he takes...
An old trick, a little hunter's trick.
I'm the best hunter.
I'm the best at what I do.
I waited till you were asleep and then I shot you in the face.
I'm the best at playing dirty and punching girls in the face.
Right.
Which he does after he takes the knife from her.
Yes.
Which, to be fair, she was trying to stab him. So it's not like I begrudge him punching a girl, but
the sand first, unsportsmanlike.
I appreciate the equality.
There is equality.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's true.
He's not going to be able to
because women are the most dangerous prey.
Well, she's a human.
Prey?
Yeah.
Predator.
Predator, that's fair.
Okay.
Either way.
Both.
The most dangerous game.
The most dangerous game, thank you.
Yeah. And he's like, and now you think I'll kill you, don't you?
But instead, like, they wake up in a balloon. Or a garbage bag.
A
see-through garbage bag.
And they're tied to a rope, and they're floating in the water, and the rope is chained to other bags with the raptors, the baby raptors in them, and he's towing them away.
Yes.
Which, by the way, a raptor would just claw through that thing in seconds.
Well, I
Easily.
assume he clubbed
They
them
are
real
tranked.
hard so they won't wake up.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know. They are tranked or whatever. They seem to be.
Tranked them?
They're asleep.
He doesn't have any visible.
Well, they're babies.
Dart
They
gun.
sleep a lot.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
They
Yeah.
just had a big meal.
and they're on the water, so they're like gently
rocking.
rocking.
Yeah.
So it's
Yes.
like relaxing.
Good point. Good
It's a
point.
perfect
Or
storm of
they just
sleepiness.
heave. They're like, oh no, I'm really bad at the water.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the book.
Wow.
So
And that's part 1 of 2.
that's part 1 of 2. So it's gonna wrap up
In
I
the
guess, in the
next
next
issue.
issue.
In the next
when
issue.
Ellie and Grant get to the mainland and I guess stop him.
Yeah.
At
But
least it's short.
The only thing
Hey.
I enjoy about this book in the art is some of the coloring, because it uses like these fun like block colors that you see more use now.
yeah.
And I'm like, that's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah, the coloring's not bad.
But it's not great most of the time. It's
Yeah.
just
Right.
every once in a while they do like a really cool thing, and I'm like, that's really fun.
Yeah.
But it's not enough.
It looks like it was thrown together real fast.
Yeah, hastily,
Yeah.
you might say.
Yeah,
Like just
which is too
because you
bad.
got the license.
Right. Oh, let's shit out this Jurassic Park book.
Because they did have a series, Jurassic Park, which retold the movie.
Ah.
And
I bet.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say I bet the inker took over partway,
no doubt.
because like you see the inks like get really heavy here, and I bet that's how he prefers to ink his work.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like totally different up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Raptor.
Well, I'm in a cave now, and I've got all these dinosaurs instead of all these people I had to show. I can get real heavy with my inks.
Yeah.
yeah.
Next
Next book.
dinosaur book is another book that I have always wanted to read. Thank you, Internet, for giving me the opportunity to do it. So Ben's going to tell us all about Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Oh man.
Yay.
Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, which
Here we
had
go.
a spin-off cartoon show
Yeah.
that was basically the same exact thing.
And
You mean-
apparently also earlier books,
Yes.
comic books with a different name.
Yeah, originally, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs is a retelling or a reimagination of the original series.
Yeah.
And it even says now it hits CBS TV series
And
Yeah,
that. There
thank
go.
you.
on the comic, so
Damn right.
we can look forward to it.
And it was a video game apparently, which looks awesome.
We'll have
It's
to-
advertised in this book.
well, because
Well,
they
'cause
both
it's
come
Topps.
from Topps,
I know.
who cornered the market on Dino Comics.
They're like, look, you like this. You read about dinosaurs.
the reality is they're not
How about you read
wrong.
about dinosaurs
No.
and this girl's butt?
And also, like, those
Why
dinosaurs
not?
look way better, and her butt looks great too. So
Or
maybe
you
I'll
can
pick up
get
that
this
book.
cover and look at her boobs.
Yeah. Hey, I've got all kinds of. It has all the makings of being better than Raptors.
Yeah, and that cover, by the way, it tells you exactly what's in this book.
Yeah.
Jim Salicrup
So does the title.
is the editor-in-chief of Topps Comics at this time.
Yes. And if you'd like to know more, you can watch our episode of Big Shots where we interviewed Jim Salicrup for about 17 hours. Just click the link above Ben there and you'll see it. It's great.
It is great.
was
I
a
had
good
fun with
conversation.
We
that
had a great
interview.
time. We had to leave immediately after that interview, but it was still fun.
All right, let's let Ben talk about Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
So, I guess this is on another planet.
No,
No!
you
it's
didn't read the front inside cover.
You
did
gotta read the whole
No,
thing?
I did,
Oh.
but I just
Or you
got
didn't read
very
the
confused
backup.
by it.
Or the backup.
Because
Also,
the backup is really should be the beginning.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got to read it backwards to go forward.
So it's like a manga.
just you know,
Yeah.
it's like with a
Oh, I'm
Lucas
sorry, I'm
Chocolate
sorry.
Factory.
Oh, I see.
So-
You gotta go backwards to go forwards.
yeah, it better press on.
It's like 25-20,
yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
It's
the
way- it's in the
future.
Future.
It's the future, and somehow
been a
these cars
cataclysm.
are still in pristine condition and haven't rust.
Yeah.
They were kept in caves
Yeah,
by the old blood
Doc
mechanics.
Brown put him in the mine.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
cover them with a tarp.
yeah.
It's cool. It's fun.
So, the first image we get is this guy, or we see a hand just starting a car. He puts fuel inside of it and puts the key on and starts revving
You know
the
what you're in
engine.
for. In this
And then boom! We got Jack
Tenrick.
Kenrick.
Jack Tenrick, who is like the man's man in
Oh,
this
yeah.
world.
Yes.
This is 1940s sensibilities.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. So he and Hannah are going for a ride in a great Cadillac, like across some area.
The Great Plains or whatever.
It's
Yeah.
some sort of wasteland.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the desert.
There's no plants.
And he's just taking it for a ride, you know, making sure it's running nice and well. And,
He's a mechanic.
yeah. So she's like,
Showing
hey,
off his car.
so can I drive? And he's like, I'm not sure the last time you drove. And she's like, hey, that was a one-time thing.
Yeah.
Apparently she messed up one of the cars.
We're getting lots of references to the rich
That time.
backstory.
Yeah.
of-
We're world building.
This story is nothing but references to things that
that we not
Already
really
had.
see.
Possibly know.
see.
Yeah. It's all background. It's oh my god, there's so much talking in this book.
Oh yeah.
So they're driving, and she tries the horn, and the horn gets stuck because apparently, like, he's
Not a great
Apparently
mechanic.
he's not that good.
apparently he's a fine mechanic, but he's like, look, just don't touch the horn.
Right.
I haven't worked on that yet. I didn't tell you not to,
No,
but
you
now that
already
it's
did.
happened.
But I will
Late.
blame
I
you
will
for it,
blame
though.
No, he says he thought he fixed it.
Yeah.
Right.
He's
They-
like,
they
he's
told
Like
me
like,
they
Han
fixed it.
Solo.
Yes.
This
No.
book might as well be Star Wars with dinosaurs in it. You all should
Star
go out
Wars
and
with
buy
dinosaurs.
all the
That's
Cadillacs and
perfect.
Dinosaurs you want.
So the horn attracts a crinkle.
Yeah, they have like different names for dinosaurs.
right? And then
Yeah.
sometimes they
Because-
use like the same name to refer to dinosaurs as a whole.
Yes.
But like you think it's
Yeah.
one type of dinosaur,
Yeah.
but then it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if you read the back first, it would help because it gives the whole vocabulary.
Was it Slithers?
Slithers are all
Slithers.
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
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 But then there's Mac.
Macs are a subgroup of dinosaurs.
Yes. We're
The
herbivores.
frilled kind.
By the way,
No, I thought they were triceratops.
Triceratops, they have frills.
Too. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
the
I was
the
thinking-
dinosaurs
The
are
bony
here
frills.
because apparently in the 500 years that mankind, like, there was a big, there was a problem. It says in 2020 AD, the churning, spitting earth came to a boil. Billions of people died and entire species were consumed, and humans retreated under the surface. And for 500 years, like, lived underground.
Yeah.
And then when they came back to the surface,
They were dinosaurs.
there were dinosaurs.
They were dinosaurs. Not just dinosaurs.
Yeah.
No.
Mammoths and saber-toothed cats.
Basic-
tons
yeah,
of things.
Like
Every species
everything
that's
from
ever
prehistoric.
lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything from
Somehow.
your like 1975 prehistory book.
Right? They
Yeah.
somehow in 500 years de-evolved or
or
re-evolved.
or came back.
Right.
Or archae-evolved.
Oh.
Well, how does that work? It's just-
In any case,
don't
they,
know.
they all went to the museum and they're like, I'm gonna be that.
yeah, cool old shit is back.
Yeah,
and
it's-
they rule the surface.
Yeah.
It's like the claymation movies with dinosaurs and mammoths and cavemen all living
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
They're like, it doesn't matter
It's a book like
that
that.
mammoths needed to be a little colder than the
No.
dinosaurs. It's
No.
fine.
So
Anyway, it traps a
Anyway, sorry.
crankle.
they attract a crinkle,
A crinkle.
because apparently the horn sounds exactly like a crinkle's cry.
Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of cry?
But they don't-
Well, either a cry to mate or it thinks it's prey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're either going to get eaten or fucked.
Either way, I think they're fucked.
you were saving that
That
one.
was
No, I
pretty
just
good.
came up with that
You didn't know Ben was going to say that.
He set him up.
and I knock him down. Anyway, so there.
So
The
she's
crinkle
like,
gets
"What do
chased.
I do?" And they're flooring it, and apparently they're coming up on a cliff.
Yeah. there's a
Yeah.
cliff
He's
right
like,
there.
"Careful, don't drive too fast. There's a cliff up ahead." But then
Yeah.
the crinkle comes in, and you gotta drive fast now. So she's like, "What do we do?" And he's like, "We have to jump out of the car."
Yeah, because she says she can't turn. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
It's like, "Jump!" And she's like, "I can't. My jacket's caught." Which Ethan pointed out
That's the best part of the book.
in like the first 3 pages. Oh, now we have a way for the female protagonist to start removing her clothes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Finally.
Finally, some skin.
Jack-
I got through 2 whole pages that I didn't see like the outline of her boobs.
Yeah. Come on.
And Jack says, "This is no time to worry about your wardrobe."
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a very misogynistic book.
That's a classic
Yeah.
line from a dopey
Yep.
leading man, big chinned dude from a stupid science fiction movie.
Yeah.
Yep. So the car goes off the cliff. Apparently there was just water underneath, and the car is fine.
Yeah.
And now that the horn is done, because it got drowned out by the water or short circuited, whatever it is, it's probably just destroyed. The dinosaur's no longer interested.
Yeah, he just walks
Yeah.
away.
Crankle jumps in the water.
By the way, this cliff is like it's like 15 feet.
Oh no! Watch out for that cliff. Actually, the cliff isn't so bad. Let it go. Let's jump out. Except actually jumping out of the car probably would have been
Would have
worse.
killed us immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as opposed to just leaping into like 12 feet into
water.
the water.
No. All right. Well, time to walk back. And by the way, he blames her the entire way
Yeah,
to this.
He told them to jump out of the car, and then he's
Yeah,
like,
but
"Nice going."
She had to
She's
press the horn and attract the dinosaur.
Yeah.
I can't believe you dames.
Yeah.
God. So they're,
They're all,
walking
and they're
back.
gonna, but they will retrieve the car. Don't worry. I mean, I know the book is called Cadillacs and
It's a
Dinosaurs.
drift, but salvageable.
Yes.
Yeah. It's fine.
So,
Thank you.
so they walk back, and now we're introduced to like the other characters in the book, like his collection of misfit mechanics.
Oh, yeah.
with the
They're
old
all-
blood.
They're all
taking care of
distinctly
things.
drawn and cool and fun.
Yeah. So his team is like, "Hey, what's going on? Where's the car?" And he's like, don't even start about it." But there's someone here who's looking for her father because her father is in a previous story
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
turned into a brain monster.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not just him.
His whole team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whole team out in an area
They evolved.
into brain
They
monsters.
super evolved.
Yeah.
Yep.
Intentionally.
By the way,
Yes.
Possibly. Yeah.
by becoming a brain monster, like, all that happened was his eyes started bulging out, and then apparently the eyes in the brain with tentacles came out of the head
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow.
somehow.
And then they all just like went in the swamp together.
Because, like, that's how we'll survive the madness. This is a weird book.
There's like a disease or something? I don't
Well,
know.
it was like-
Yeah, the disease was turning them into those
brain
things.
monsters.
Well, no, I thought there was another disease, and then he engineered
That's
a
right.
method to survive it, which required like his becoming a brain monster.
There you go.
Yeah, he.
That was my understanding. Reading between the lines,
Mhm.
wasn't really clear.
Yeah, because we do get the impression that it was intentional.
Yes. It was
Though
all intentional.
there was a outbreak in the team
Yeah.
Yes.
in this like forbidden zone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Dustin Hoffman showed up.
Right, and Kevin Spacey died. And,
Felicia's looking for her father, who turned into the brain monster.
right, but they won't tell her
No,
Yeah. Tenant
because
was there, and he refuses.
because it's horrible. I
well,
guess.
he doesn't want her going out there because it's too dangerous for a girl on her
Yeah,
own.
so he leaves it all mysterious. Yeah, that's
Right?
a great
It's,
strategy.
that's like not.
Yeah, because there's something.
Especially because she comes to the table knowing that someone told her that he wasn't dead.
Right.
Also, that Jack is the one person who could get her back out there.
Yeah. This whole world is madness. I don't see why like he needs to like sugarcoat just one particular thing.
Well,
Right.
luckily, Felicia has an itch in her skirt because, like, or a craw...
A bee in her
bee in her
bonnet.
Bee in her bonnet. There we go. That's the phrase I was looking for.
I was hoping we were gonna get one more metaphor, but I'm fine with this one. An itch in her skirt.
Itch in her skirt, is that a thing?
No.
Like something stuck in her... Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was just something.
Something
Yeah.
in her craw?
Yeah, stuck in
Yeah.
her craw.
Anyway, there's a bee in her bonnet.
I'm just gonna leave for the rest
She's
of
got
this
a real
episode.
spring in her
I can't.
step.
Yeah.
And
A
she's
real
like,
stick
well...
up her butt.
So, Hannah's like, I was out there with Jack. Look, I want you to know what we're going to find out there.
Right.
And that's when we get this
I
horrific
thought that was just a
depiction.
flashback. I couldn't recall if she actually told her what
Yeah,
happened.
she's
or
like,
not.
dude, like dinosaurs freaking showed up, and then your dad's brain melted out of his
Yeah,
face.
we said
anyway.
something wrong. We saw what happened to your father was even worse.
Yeah, that's right. The dinosaurs were gonna kill him.
No, the dinosaurs were all around them.
Yeah.
Like,
It looks like
as
the
if they were under
dinosaurs were just
control.
gonna
Yes.
eat those two.
And then he was like,
and
"No,
then the rest
screw
of
it!"
them ran away.
I won't
Weird.
be eaten. I'll turn into a brain monster.
You don't
before
have
I
to
get
turn into a
eaten.
brain monster. No.
He was already infected too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
The brain
Hannah-
monsters don't really play much of a role
I
in
bet
this
there's
book at
aliens
all.
involved
So
with this.
well, in order to get out there, Hannah and Felicia go talk to, like, these 4 governors.
yeah,
And they're
well,
also very distinct.
yes.
Oh, very much. Wilhelmina Scharnhorst. And she is this gigantic grandma goodness looking woman.
yeah.
Who, right away, you should be like, I ain't trusting that.
No.
Yeah. Well, she's a mole.
You see,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is a
Which is a
mall,
person who worked
Underground.
with machines underground.
Mhm.
but
Not the mole that is an informant.
but she
No.
is also that possibly.
Yes.
I mean, kind of. Yeah.
I mean, it's a little on the nose.
She has an agenda.
Right. Let's
Yes.
put it that way.
And her agenda is getting the information from the research station that Felicia's father died at, because he was a scientist.
Bingo.
you know,
Right.
you
And they were doing very important research.
Yeah.
Right.
About
Let's
how
not
to turn into brain
specify
monsters.
I
what
mean,
kind of
really
that,
never
that
described.
research station was burned to the ground, but you know.
But let's see if there's anything left
Maybe
over.
Yeah.
And Wilhelmina specifically
In the
says,
swamp.
Luke can go out there
Sure, it's good.
and do whatever you want, but if you find his journals, they belong to us.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't really find out much about the lady who's clearly of the snake people, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Still
sorry,
pretty cool.
You
I'm
mean
sure
wearing
she
Find out
comes
she's
up.
hot. and
dragon
stacked.
scales and
Right?
fishnets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or-
Again, this is like a 50s book.
Yeah.
So, of course she's going to wear
Complete with
something
a
fantastic.
Nazi.
An Asian Nazi?
Yeah.
He
Or
looks-
something.
He's rocking it.
Toulouse,
Yeah.
Knock, and Dahlgren.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So
Oh,
this,
one
this is
person protests.
the council. Yeah,
Yeah.
one person's like, and it's Snake Lady.
It's Snake Lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. At first, she's like, "Let her speak," and then she's like, "Okay, no, you can't go."
No, it's going to be
Like
dangerous.
she's gonna seem
You
like
know
she's
what?
reasonable, and she's like, "Nah."
Well, she's pretty reasonable.
I
Don't
think
go
she's
there.
reasonable.
No, she's a hipster. She's just like, wait, everyone's in on it? No.
No.
I
Oh,
don't
well,
like
then
it.
no.
Yeah.
Everybody's not in on it, then yes.
Then yeah, exactly. She's
I'm
just
in.
contrarian.
So
Right.
then Wilhelmina goes downstairs
Let's
to a secret lair and meets up with
Her very
villains,
distinct team.
villains from Scooby-Doo.
I was gonna say these look like villains from the animated series Cops, who are
Oh.
very distinct.
I
looking.
was gonna say they look like the first try for Vizzini's gang.
Yes.
Princess Bride.
It's
This
that
is
weird.
my brood.
It's that weird, like in the sticks swamp, like
Yeah.
Yeah, hills have
inbred
eyes.
family kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. He's
I
my
wasn't.
gross
I
children.
there was part of that I was like, are they really her kids?
Yeah, they're more
Right,
like
or they,
Thanos'
like,
children.
adopted.
They're adopted children that she like
Because like one had a name and then they died and the other one got that name.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no, it's like the Thanos children. Like,
Yeah.
no, you become my child, and I slaughter your race and bring you into my people.
So she's making deals with Wilhelmina because Wilhelmina wants the people that went out there to die,
Yeah.
but she still wants the research. But
Right.
apparently, these people have a real axe to grind with Jack
Tenrek.
I keep wanting to say
Tenrek.
Rentrick.
Tenrek.
No, Tenric.
Tenrek.
Tenric.
Because Jack killed one of her kids.
One of them.
Yeah.
I guess in the previous
In
book.
another adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
One of the
everything
adventures.
that occurs here. It's
Yes.
part
It's
of
in
a
another
prior
story.
Jack's laying asleep in bed when his friend Kurgo, wakes him up and be like, "Hey, you know, Hannah ain't here. Neither that James Felicia."
Yeah. Sam
So-
Elliott shows up, and he tells Jack
Yeah.
what's up.
And he keeps the story going.
Yeah.
And Jack's like, "Damn it! Now I have to wake up and save them because I'm a man."
Right.
Yes,
they're gonna get into
because these two
trouble.
dames together, they'll just wind up shopping for pretty bows.
By the way,
Getting lost.
they hired like a caravan to take them out there. It's not like they're on their own.
No.
And they have armed
But
guards.
it is like they're on their own because it's two women together at the same time. There's no way they can accomplish anything. It's the joke of the book.
Yeah.
Yes. He makes sure he puts his pants on because he wears the pants around here.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So
You usually get to see him in his
him-
underwear, though.
You're
Yeah.
welcome, ladies.
Here are my tidy whities,
You thought this was a one-sided book. There's a couple.
Uh-huh.
There's a little bit for you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
along with
want
some
it.
back.
You could take it back.
You want some back
No.
with that?
Yeah, Jack got back.
You got back. You got backside.
Ten
How about
right
them
back.
sexy calves?
Don't like any.
Hot.
It's not good.
Anyway,
So anyway, this inbred family is apparently hunting them,
Yeah.
and
Just like they said.
Tenra caught up like that fast because
That good.
he's
Yeah,
that
so we
good
just skip
somehow
a few hours.
yeah, thankfully.
because they were making camp. Anyway, Tenric gets in a fight with these goons, and while they get the upper hand quickly, because they fool him, because they're like, "What's behind you?" and he's like, "Oh no!"
In the world of dinosaurs, saying what's
Yeah.
behind you, you should always look behind you.
Yeah.
It's a fair point.
Yeah.
It was a lie this time, and they sucker punch him, but he single-handedly takes care of them. But a shot that one of the goons fired off accidentally starts a fire in the brush.
He shoots a bullet into the brush and it
Yeah.
catches on fire.
The bullet starts a
He
fire.
was using
It
an
was.
incendiary round.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
There you
was.
go.
No, his gun just shoots like fire, like Johnny Blaze.
Right.
It's like
Just a
hellfire.
fire
He
gun.
spits fire.
Yeah.
He spits off
That's what
fire.
it
It's
is.
a brimstone gun. Kabam.
Pretty badass.
Yeah.
Anyway, all these dinosaurs were hanging around, and
Yeah,
now
it
they're
scares
all
the
upset
Max.
because of fire. And there's a
Yeah.
stampede.
Because they're like trucks, you see. They're like,
Oh,
Mac
that
trucks.
I don't
makes
think
sense.
that's right
I
at
mean,
all.
I don't
No,
know
it
what else
is.
it would be.
There are brand-specific cars in this book. You know they
Yep.
are.
So then you get to see dinosaurs for the second and last time.
In this book called
Yeah,
Cadillacs
and Dinosaurs.
and Dinosaurs.
Hey, we've gotten a Cadillac
in the
and
beginning of the book.
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And then the Cadillac is dumped in the river.
Yep.
By the way, we have no idea how Jack got up here.
No.
No,
It doesn't show.
He does
I
not
assume
take the
he
Cadillac.
drove.
Yeah,
No, he said warm up one of the cars or something earlier
Yeah,
on.
that's right. That's right.
it's
We don't see
you
it.
Don't, you don't see it.
The Overlander.
That's right. There you go. The Overlander.
I think
Yeah, but-
Overlander's just called cars.
I think
Yeah.
the Overlander is
Or
the
like
truck.
Overlanders are. Yeah.
That's what
No,
he
that's-
wants them to
take.
Yeah, that's
refuge
what
in.
he's gonna, no, that's what he's going to take to go out there.
Oh, right.
They also
Yeah.
have their own.
They also,
Yes.
yeah, they went in a truck. So you don't see his truck, you see their truck.
Right. Which gets wrecked by dinosaurs. Or
Yeah.
Max, if you will.
Yeah, gets macked by Max.
They make out with it, is what you're
Smacked by
saying?
Yeah.
Max.
They're macking
No.
on it?
We're making up words. I could make up words just as well as this book can.
It's true.
So the Stampede knocks over the Outlander, and then they fuck off because they're done.
Yeah.
Like that.
Anyway, Hannah and Felicia are safely pinned under the truck, and Jack has to get them free by lifting the
Yeah,
gate.
they're under the bed.
Yeah.
To the truck.
Don't worry, I've saved you.
Yeah.
And Hannah reveals that it was all a bluff to get Jack out there. Because while she knew roughly where the site was, she wasn't positive.
Yeah.
She was like, "Nah, I figured once I was gone with her, you'd just come crawling along."
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Well,
she was
her
right.
estrogen got in the way of like remembering how to get there.
Picking out clothes really clouds the
Distracted
mind
her.
sometimes.
Yeah.
By the way, now she's wearing
She
like
has a terrible sense of
tube
direction.
top
Yeah.
with like that Daisy Duke kind of like bow
Oh
in
yeah.
the front.
Yeah,
Thank
for no
goodness.
reason.
Yeah.
Well, this is
Oh,
my
there's a good reason.
This
There's
is
at
my
least two
support.
good reasons. I'm sorry. That's what this book wants us to do.
I
This
know.
book wants us to just be like,
It's so funny, like, at the beginning, it's like, oh, her jacket gets caught. Okay, there's a reason for her to...
It's
like,
creating tension. It's
Yeah.
like friggin' Zemeckis. Just,
Yeah,
ah!
well, she has to wear this, like, bra because she had a jacket before. But this
This is just...
this tied off...
That's what she looks like all the time now.
No,
guess.
This is
this
her
is how-
outfit. That's
this
like her
is how I
Superman
She just
relax.
wants to look hot
That's-
It's warm out.
That's the outfit of her people. 'Cause
There's
don't forget,
dinosaurs.
Oh,
she's
that's
from
right.
somewhere
She's
else.
she's an ambassador.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wassoon or something.
Yeah, she's a Wassoon.
From Wassoon, yeah.
Jack says, like, that's it. This is enough. We're going back in the morning. Like, enough of this nonsense.
Yeah.
And Hannah says, only Felicia's giving up. And Felicia's like, I'm not resting until I find my dad, so we're going to go into that swamp.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it ends there.
And either we're going to go alone or you're going to come with us. He's like, well,
Yeah.
I can't leave you alone.
Obviously.
so
Look at
You'll
what happened.
You'll die, and I'm responsible for you because I'm a man.
2 women alone? Never.
No.
They'll just end up like having a tickle fight.
Yeah.
Right,
Go into the
no,
swamp
And
and
then the
exactly.
dinosaur
drown.
will eat
And
him.
he doesn't want to miss that.
They'll forget to eat or drink or something.
Yeah.
Tiffany, tell us about Superman,
It's only
the Man
fair
of Tomorrow.
Because I picked this up.
You did. This is your
Because
book.
Sal was
Did
like,
you pour water on it?
no, that's how it came.
That's why it was so cheap.
That's why I got it for 50 cents.
Oh, nice.
No, I picked this up because Sal was like, I need a dinosaur comic. I didn't look at it. I didn't open it up. I saw a dinosaur on the cover. I was like, purchase.
Done.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yep.
he could use it. I don't know.
yeah. Too
now
bad it's
we read
completely false advertising.
By the way, I assumed
Spoilers.
that this was like I didn't even look at the Man of Tomorrow. I was just like, oh, Superman, right? Like Action Comics or Man of Tomorrow. I don't remember
Yeah.
this book.
It's by Louise Simonson.
Yeah, it was.
Wonderful woman. Seriously. Like,
Yes,
she was
and-
a delight.
And a great author. She wrote she created a lot of great characters.
Really
and
like her.
this book is well written.
I was gonna say we'll get into this,
I think.
but yeah,
Fair enough.
I agree. So as much as you look at this cover and like there's like spaceships and dinosaurs and Superman punching what looks like I assume a
A
pterodactyl,
pterodactyl of some kind.
Right?
Some sort of pterodon.
some sort of
type
flying
creature.
dinosaur, which I'm like awesome. We instead start in a family clinic
Yep.
where
Starting off with a bang.
where this woman named Lucy has found out that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And she doesn't
Yep.
know what she's going
Whoa,
to do.
Well, she was
Spoilers.
going to be a vampire, if you recall.
Was that her?
Yeah.
That is her. Oh, wow.
That can't be her.
Well, it is.
Well, but I only say that because she was supposed to be with Jimmy and she's with Ron.
Yes, she is.
Well, this
Whoa.
is much
A
later.
lot happened between when
Woo!
Superman didn't die and when Superman came back to life.
There you go.
Also, Jimmy didn't stop her from getting turned into a vampire, so
Yeah.
maybe she left that
this
show.
is kind of awesome. We're getting a little follow up.
Yeah,
Yes.
we
On
get to
this
find out what
character,
happens to
we
Lois.
Ron
didn't care
also
about
appeared
it.
in another book we did, another Superman
That's
story.
No,
right.
my God!
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
See?
So,
That's all coming together.
meanwhile, at the planet, apparently they're all going to lose their jobs.
Everyone's getting fired.
They're downsizing, and like LexCorp might buy the planet. Like
Yeah, because
someone,
it's 1998 and print is dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1998 is
there's
when
like
Print
a
died.
bunch of people who might buy this place, but like this
None of it's
no
good.
sales are going through, and like everybody's worried about losing their job. So Lucy's trying to get a hold of Ron.
At the end of the book, I'll tell you who buys the planet.
Cool. Lucy's trying to get a hold of Ron because she needs to have a conversation with him about her current condition and possible options that she has on the table. And Ron is A, too busy possibly losing his job, and B, Ron gets called away because Clark Kent has to leave. We see him like literally leave. I thought this was really brilliantly handled. We're like in the midst of this like crazy panel and like what's going on in the newsroom, and like that's how easily Clark Kent slips out.
He's just like, those dopes.
Yep.
He hears
Yeah.
some stuff.
He might as well be
down.
like, well, I'm gonna turn into Superman now. Nobody's gonna notice, though, because everybody's
Yeah.
too busy worrying about their livelihoods.
Like it's literally like Clark Kent taking the tie off, Superman.
Yeah, out the window.
Right, and like Perry's just like Kent.
Yeah, I missed him. Blasted.
Yeah,
Get me
right.
pictures of Spider-Man. I mean, Superman.
One person is like, did Clark just commit suicide?
Yeah.
It's fine.
I think he jumped out a window.
It's totally cool.
Maybe
we're-
Superman will save him.
we're all
Oh,
freaking
there's
out.
Superman. I guess he...
Yeah, I guess he took care of it.
He's fine. So then he sends second stringer Ron there
Good old Ron.
to take Jimmy and go downtown because like Bedlam has broken out and we see Superman arrive on the scene where there's like spaceships and dinosaurs and knights.
Nights. And you get the second title for the book.
Yes, which is Anomaly. It's
Which is
Time
not
War!
an
Anomaly!
No.
Or what?
I think it's just telling you that there's a Time War happening.
Yeah, it's
but
lit.
but the book's actually called Anomaly.
Yeah.
So,
Just another way to trick you into buying the book.
Incomprehensible.
So you think you're gonna get a Time War, but this is just an anomaly.
Yeah.
It's because the story's...
Yeah, by the
more
way,
like a-
you're not getting a time
You like
war.
Star Trek, right? You're all anomalies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We're
more like
always-
a clusterfuck of time.
Right? So we have these knights, they don't know where they are, they assume they're dragons. I like the fact that
Yeah,
they're not
that's
speaking
cool.
English, and like they
Yes.
think they're dragons, and like they're like, oh, we've been enchanted, and I'm like, cool, fine, fun. Superman, one of them tries to like hit Superman with a lance, which of course breaks.
Yeah.
Superman's like,
Fun moment.
okay, so I've seen this stuff before. I assume that something similar is going on. I have to deal with the dinosaurs. I gotta save the kid. I gotta stop the Knights. I gotta stop the spaceships. Okay,
Yeah.
Superman's got a lot on his plate right now.
Yeah, but he does it all.
By the way-
and he's like, in the back of his head, man, I really hope Lois doesn't fall out of a building right now.
I'm not listening.
I can't!
Wouldn't it have been great if Merlin had enchanted all their lances? And so he actually does manage to knock Superman out.
That would
He's
be
like,
awesome.
oh,
Just
man!
kill him right away.
Right? That would be really cool, but that's not what happens. The spaceships are causing the biggest threat right now, which seems impossible because there are literal dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs, yeah.
Yep.
But they're,
Like carnivorous dinosaurs running around.
Yeah.
but they're just animals.
Yeah, but they're dogfighting with each other, right?
Well, yeah,
Like,
they're blowing pieces off buildings
Yes.
and they're raining.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
But there's also dinosaurs.
but there's also dinosaurs.
forget the
See?
dinosaurs.
It's connected.
So Superman essentially takes them, pushes them out to sea, basically, where he's just like, "Oh, damn it! Now they're gonna hit this tugboat,
Yeah.
so I gotta sink the tugboat." So
He
runs
throws a
out there.
rock at them and he's like, "Oh no, they're crashing!"
Of course they're crashing!
Well, he wanted them to crash. He's like, "They'll be fine." But now there's a dumb God.
They're gonna
people-
land on a tugboat.
Very
Yeah.
specific.
There's anywhere else
Yep,
around
he's
it
like,
is open water.
no!
And they're
I
gonna
know.
land on that one.
I'll pick up the tugboat and I'll put it down. Oh no, I'm about to put it down on a playground full of kittens.
So
Yeah.
he gets the tugboat out of the way. Jimmy and Ron show up. They're taking pictures of everything, and like they're like, "Hey, remember that time when like this other random stuff happened like this, and like we all thought that it was just someone playing around with like some sort of time travel. Essentially, we never figured out who it was."
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks, backstory.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's them again.
Good call, Jimmy.
Also,
Right?
the last time they just disappeared on
Yeah.
their own, so maybe that'll happen this time.
So Superman's kind of banking on that for the
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That's a Superman's get back.
Also, the Knights clearly have the dinosaurs under control because this one's stabbing one
Yeah.
right there, which
Right?
is awesome.
Yeah. Right?
They're
so,
very
like,
weak dinosaurs.
This guy's gonna go back and be like, remember that time I killed a dragon?
Yeah.
Babes, come to me.
Yes.
yeah,
I have
and
no
it's,
proof.
and it's a legit story.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
as opposed to all
Oh,
the other
they really
times we
did,
killed
though.
dragons, where it's
So-
like, yeah, Komodo dragon.
Right? So then, Jimmy's gotta get back to the planet in order to develop the film so they can get that going on. And, like, Ron's like, and I have to get to the Big Belly Burger to have lunch with Lucy. And it's just like, that is his focus.
Yes.
He's gotta get there. He's gotta get the scoop, and
He's
he's
got to
gotta
write up
have
the
lunch.
story and then go to lunch.
He's
Yeah.
gotta get to lunch.
Also,
Lunch.
count the times we have the words Big Belly Burger in here.
Yeah.
Because it's insane.
Hey, I'm excited for that because I did an episode of ComicPOP Kitchen where I made Big Belly Burgers.
And they're delicious.
so you can
delicious.
check
Catch
that
it.
up. Stick around for this. You're gonna
But watch that later.
You
You
don't
don't want to
know
know how
what's
this
coming
story
next.
turns out.
Yeah.
It's
You don't want to know about it
spoilers.
there.
The dinosaurs have left.
Yeah.
What?
We don't
No,
get any
there's
more
not a-
dinosaurs for the rest of the goddamn book.
We see them one other
barely
time.
I'll
a
have you
dinosaur
know
book.
there's more
We
dinosaurs.
see them one other
Yeah.
time, but it's a reference
Yeah.
to
So
something
earlier
else
in
that
the
happened.
all right.
Also, Superman doesn't punch any of them.
no.
No, he doesn't actually.
He
do
does
that
on the
though.
cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the cover's a lie, as usual.
Right? So Superman's like, oh man, I don't hear anything anymore. Everything's cool.
Right.
Literally nothing else is going on in Metropolis right now. No
Nothing.
crime is happening.
It
Not
would
a
have
single-
to, because like
yeah.
he has to have a life, right?
Yeah, it's just
He
constantly.
just
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a whiz. Oh no!
I hear people screaming, but like they always
A super
do,
whiz.
and there's not
Yeah.
too many of them. So,
So, that's
Right.
dangerous.
This isn't
Yeah,
like
it's true.
dead screaming. This is like, I got
I got
I got
spooked.
scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No.
fine. So then we cut to this alleyway where this Superman-esque looking individual with like a crazy Superman suit, a torn vest, and like some wicked, sweet blonde long hair
Yes.
Yep.
comes out of like a portal, and there are some dudes who are just like, "Hey, look at this guy! He's clearly part of this gang." Very specific reference to a gang, which I'm just like, I'm sorry, have you like never seen Superman?
Right?
Unless that's part of that gang's uniform.
Yeah.
maybe it is.
You know,
because
the
of
Superman.
Super gang- yeah.
Right? Also, you're
Big gang of
you're
people who worship
literally
Superman.
watching him come out of a portal.
Yeah. He's not part of a gang as much as he's part of like something you don't understand.
You
Get
don't
outta
want to be
here.
a part of. So like they
Let's
get,
attack him.
Yeah.
They
Let's
attack
get
him,
him.
and they
Let's
get,
mug him.
they get the drop on him with a knife, and he's just like, okay, I can't reveal my powers.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to take them down with like standard people tactics. So he starts like trying to punch them and flip them and stuff like that. And this other dude in a Superman shirt shows up, and he's huge.
That's Bibbo Babowski.
Yes, and he's got a great accent, which is completely, displayed for us.
Yeah, he's written
Every
phonetically.
Yeah,
word balloon,
like instead
yeah.
of calling any people jerks, he calls them joiks,
Yeah.
which they spell out.
And does he say Superman in the book? I don't recall. Because if
No.
he does, it's spelled with 2 O's.
No, he doesn't.
It's Superman.
No, he does, and they didn't spell it like that.
Oh!
He says, if you think I'm Superman...
What a missed
nah,
opportunity.
I'm Bibbo. So anyway, that guy thinks that the guy who showed up in the portal thinks that he might be Superman. He's like, I'm not, clearly I'm very obviously not
Bibbo
Superman.
has, by the way, had a lot of experience running into like people who are dressed like and pretending to be Superman because he was integral in the Reign of Superman stories.
I was gonna say, because he is totally prepared for this.
Yep.
Like, the guy mentions he's from the future. He's just like, okay, come on into my bar. You just go into the back. There's some clothes.
Yep.
You just get yourself set up.
Look like a normal person.
You'll be
Right?
fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
I just take people out of portals all the time.
Yeah, it's totally cool.
Bibbo wears the Superman shirt in deference to Superman when he died, and he's like, "I will avenge him by being the best man I can." And he gives food to the homeless, and he shelters people in his bar. And,
He's a good guy.
And Superman never stops by for a drink.
yeah, in fact, in
A
our
jerk.
Reign of the Superman episode of Back Issues, there's a story that we reference in which Bibbo saves he saves one puppy out of a bag of puppies that were drowned in the river, and that puppy, of course, was white. And he wanted to name him Krypton after the lost planet of Superman, but the guy ran out of letters, so he named him Krypto. It was their like post-crisis Krypto,
That's cute.
which was the last survivor of his family.
That's
It's
adorable.
very cute. I
Alright.
like Bibbo. He's really fun.
So, the guy who comes out of the portal is like, all right, I need to know where Superman lives,
Yep.
and I need to know where Lex Luthor lives.
Yeah.
That one's easy because he lives in a big L-shaped building. just look and find the building that looks like a big L.
Or a
And,
letter at all.
Yeah, because everything else looks
Supposed
like
to I.
yeah,
Exactly.
but only in certain fonts.
Right. I felt Ben making that joke.
Yeah.
I looked at you and you were like, damn it.
Hey, don't forget Lois is in the book.
Yeah.
She's busy working on an article, and this dude's like walking around talking about how like Dirk. He's like, hey, look, I won an award.
Oh my God, Dirk and his award.
Dirk will not stop talking about this award.
Dirk spends
Like,
3 pages talking about this
yeah,
freaking
he's just,
award.
he's like, I got my meal ticket.
It's
right
all I
here.
have.
That's my insurance. He's getting
True.
fired.
I'm gonna
won
be
an
totally
award.
stayed. It's gonna be awesome. And she's like, I already won that award.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Probably
"Look,"
many more.
And he tries to convince her that like she should stop talking about like the little people and like talking about big business and like what an idiot she is. And I'm just like,
What is this guy?
Yeah.
what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
You just showed me dinosaurs, knights, spaceships,
And
a
Dirk.
guy and some dude who showed up out of a portal. But we gotta stop and talk about Dirk's award.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is not
At
the
its-
last time we're gonna hear about Dirk's award.
At its core, Superman is an office drama.
Yes.
Didn't you know?
Hey,
I know-
this is getting you prepped for the Bendis book because it will become an office
Right?
drama.
And I
And
don't.
Lois and Clark.
How about this?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
it's the new Avengers
mind
Superman.
the office stuff. I just don't like Dirk.
Right,
I
well,
don't
no,
need
Dirk
Dirk.
is
You're not
too
supposed to
real.
like Dirk.
No, Dirk
Yeah.
is too
He is
real.
very
Dirk
real.
is just like, I'm like, get out of here, Dirk.
It's also
Somebody-
very
And
specifically
that's what Lois
drawn.
Lane
Fuck
says.
out of here, Dirk.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Dirk.
Like, everybody knows a Dirk. So anyway, Lois is just like, step off. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and that's just it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, our futuristic friend, like, bursts into Lex Luthor's office, and Lex Luthor, in like classic Lex Luthor fashion, is holding his baby, and he's holding a meeting, and he asks everyone from the meeting to please leave, and then he hands his child off to the nurse. He's like, clearly I have to deal with this. Like, doesn't break a sweat.
No.
Yeah. He's like, interesting. I have to deal with this.
Cool. Well, I'm smarter than you.
Yeah.
I know that because I'm the smartest person around.
Yep.
So, you know, let's see where this goes. But we're going to halt that because Superman shows up back at the office just as Dirk is going to attempt to talk to Perry White about his award that he won.
Prepare my award.
Yeah.
And, like, his secretary is like, Dirk, you can't go in there. He's having a meeting with, like, people who aren't going to buy our company. So,
Yeah.
you know, I don't care. She's like, oh, you won an award? And it's like, as though that's, like, a tactic she's using
Yeah.
to get him to...
Yeah.
Just
right?
go away.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give him a little bit of acknowledgement, and then I'll make him
Right?
stop.
So then, like, literally, Superman comes in, puts his tie on. He's like, and he hears something. He's like, damn it! He gets up.
Doesn't say a word.
Yeah.
I don't think he says a word in the office in this entire book.
Nope.
They're all having a meeting about who might be possibly buying them or whatever. Superman leaves once again.
Yep.
Nobody notices.
That's how
This
he maintains.
conversation is so real.
It is.
About, like, who's gonna buy, like, all the rumors
Yeah.
about what's gonna
Yeah.
happen. Like, if you ever worked for a company that
Yeah.
was, like, struggling.
That's what's gonna happen.
Exactly like
Right? So, like, Ron goes to meet Lucy at the Big Belly Burger, but, like, he earlier had offered Jimmy lunch because,
Yes.
like, Jimmy was worried because he was the last one hired to the planet that he'd be the first one fired,
Yes.
even though he's, like, the only photographer they have.
Well, he's also he took the photo of Superman dying. He's Superman's pal. There's no
Yeah.
way I'm gonna fire
Right?
Jimmy
But
Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen is convinced
Well-
he's going to be fired.
Superman died. maybe we don't need him anymore.
He's back now.
He's back.
Also, he was the last one hired, but only because like he left and came back.
Yeah.
Like he still has more years there
Nah.
total than like probably many
Yeah,
other
they gotta
people.
keep
He's
Dirk.
vested.
Dirk won an award.
Yeah,
That's true.
Jimmy has no award.
Yeah.
So-
Show me your award, Jimmy.
I'm sure Jimmy has a Pulitzer.
must
That
have a
photo of
Pulitzer,
Superman's
right?
cape
He would
fluttering in
have
the
to.
breeze.
Right?
Like,
or him, like,
lifting a
the
car. Yeah.
Yeah. So, when Lucy sees Ron having brought Jimmy, she's like, I don't
She's
know.
like, what?
In her head, she's like, I don't know if I'm going to kill him or if I'm thankful because I don't have to talk to him about anything right,
Right.
now.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm not
have
going
an
to talk
excuse
to him
to not
about like
have
our
this difficult
lives.
It
conversation.
wasn't going to matter anyway because immediately Ron gets a call because, like, they need them to get downtown because, like, Lex Luthor is being assaulted by this, like, Superman-looking guy and, like, he's holding him up over Metropolis and he's going to drop him. He's going to kill him. He's like, I have to kill you because you're a mass murderer. And he's like, how is that possible? Because he describes that he's from the future and he's like, how could I have lived that long?
Right.
It's like you're a
she's like-
threat to the whole galaxy.
He's like, well, she's like, it's your clones.
Yes.
Your clones ruin
Your
everything.
clones.
Right.
People,
Something's got to be done about your clones.
right?
My clones are dinosaurs, right? That's how we connect the dinosaurs back
Bring
in.
the
We
dinosaurs
have to
back.
stop with the clones, people.
Yeah.
Superman, Lex Luthor had died and then downloaded his consciousness into a really cool, like, awesome, long-haired
Right. So
clone.
they've established
Yeah.
that that can happen.
Lex Luthor's clones.
Right? And so, like, this guy's like, look, even
Also,
if
there's
that,
many clones.
even if it means I'm not going to meet my wife, I have to kill you. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he's like willing to erase his own
Intrigue.
existence to
Yes.
kill
Right?
Lex Luthor and prevent the horrible future.
Exactly.
Yep.
I assume that meant somehow that they were, like, tied to one another.
Right.
But regardless. So, you know,
This
Lex...
character's a footnote in Superman's history, by the way. I don't know who the hell this guy is.
Lex is
It's
like...
Caleb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Lex is like, here's the thing. Like, he's like, my legacy will live on through my daughter. And, like...
Yeah, I don't need.
He's like, a daughter? That's not in...
That's not in the history books.
That's not in the history. Somehow I must have changed things. You know what? I'm not going to risk it.
I'll just drop you.
I'm just going to kill
I should
you.
probably just kill you anyway.
You can't fly.
Right.
And rather than kill you, I'll just let you fall.
Right.
Instead of just immediately breaking your neck.
In
Yeah.
I'll just let you plummet to your doom and then splatter all over the ground.
in a world with Superman,
Yeah, I'll drop
I'm
you.
gonna drop you.
You
In
know
his
what?
city.
I'm banking that Superman's not going to save Lex Luthor.
And if he had dropped
yeah.
him, like, I don't know, 20 minutes earlier when there were dinosaurs and knights and alien spacecraft
But
and
he wasn't
tugboats.
there.
No, I'm just saying, if he had done it earlier,
but he wasn't-
Superman would have been too distracted.
I
to
think
not
they
save
were
him.
already gone by the time he comes to the
Yeah.
point.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if he had been early.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
But he
But
wasn't.
he would have been
Couldn't
distracted.
because
Yeah.
Right.
it
right,
wasn't
right.
a coincidence. like,
No,
all the time.
exactly.
yeah, okay.
So then, like, he's like, I can't. He yells no, first of all. Like,
Yeah.
he's surprised. He's
He's
just
like, Superman, no!
how could you do this? Like, he killed everybody. Like, what are you
He
talking
kill
about?
everyone.
Kill
Yeah.
everybody. So then he describes the future with, like, his big, like, disembodied head up here telling us what's happening.
Yes,
In
it's
case
a.
you weren't sure who's telling us about the future, it's the guy from the future.
Yeah.
And there he is.
Yeah.
so we just want to get a good look at that beautiful face of his.
Right,
He's so
so-
hot.
His beautiful
We-
locks.
His big
Right?
surfer
Look
hair.
at that hair.
Look at him.
It's 5 o'clock shadow.
Yep.
We see all these spaceships,
Cool.
and they're fighting each other, and essentially that we talk about Lex the 60th,
Yeah.
and how like he like destroyed the Earth, and then like Lex the 61st went on and like destroyed other planets, and like essentially there's like this rebellion kind of thing, and they're trying to stop this from ever happening. It's like Bishop,
Yes.
except he doesn't have a harmonica solo when he shows up.
It's too bad.
So then, when they try to send him back in time because he has that ability, because like it's like Krypton but not,
Right.
Like inevitably in the
Yeah, he's from
future,
a planet that's like Krypton.
yeah, inevitably like in the future, something happens where there are other Kryptonians or
Right.
versions of Kryptonians.
Something like a Kryptonian.
Yes, there is an established like race of beings or several races of beings that are like
Right.
Kryptonians.
And somehow he
'Cause-
wears the shirt of the House of L.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I guess that's
because he says he's
Superman's
not,
a legend.
He's
but
not.
he has powers. So he's either similar to a Kryptonian and wearing the House of L,
Yeah.
or Superman banged a lot of women. And
Across
really
the
just
galaxy.
spread it around, and like so, the genetic code just kind of washed over time, and
That
now
sounds
we
good.
have this.
Or the guy's a fanboy.
yeah.
Right?
He's like, look, no, yeah, I can buy Batman shirts in the future and Wonder Woman shirts. I wear the Superman one.
I,
It's on sale.
wear the onesie.
Well, the Superman logo just becomes
yeah.
Synonymous with like
right?
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe he's related to Bibbo.
Yeah.
He also says that Superman was maybe the greatest hero that ever lived.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe he just really likes.
Batman's like, I don't think so.
But
Yeah.
until me.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm
until-
here now.
Yeah, until
Also,
Caleb.
his powers are clearly different than Superman's because every
Yes.
time he uses them, there's like a glow around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're showing that like
Yeah.
his
Time
powers
powers.
come from like something.
Yeah,
maybe,
he
not
also
necessarily himself.
he also has the ability to travel through time, but like facilitated by other machinery. So they try to send him back, and like they have to do it in jumps. So like he goes back to the time of the dinosaurs, he goes back to the time of the knights, and then immediately comes to Metropolis. So like,
Right,
we
yeah.
just we, you
We'll
know.
skip a
And
few.
then I guess his wake like drags some
Yeah,
of them along
or
with
Yeah.
it or
came
something.
before it like got there before he got
Yeah,
there.
it did. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because it's
Well,
time.
it's
It's
time.
time travel, so it can happen in any
Yeah.
order.
It
Whatever.
doesn't matter. It's cool.
It's like a spring.
So anyway, he's just like, here's the thing, I have to kill him. And Superman's like, okay, I'm not going to say that probably wouldn't happen.
Yeah, like I believe.
I totally
I
believe
totally
that
believe the
later.
story.
I totally, he might do that, but I can't let you kill him on a mic. And he's like, but he will. And so now these two Supermen are going to fight. And like Superman at one point is just like, okay, I have to like disable him, but I don't know how indestructible he is because
Yeah.
like I'm super indestructible. I don't think he is, so I
Just
don't want
'cause
to
he's
kill
wearing
him.
my shirt doesn't mean that he has my powers.
Yeah.
so.
Although he did throw Superman through a crane, so
Right.
he's obviously very strong. But
Right.
he knows he's strong. He doesn't know he's invulnerable.
Yes.
Yes.
So, while they're fighting, like Caleb is so Ethan's right. His name's Caleb. I like calling him Future Guy.
Future guy.
He's just so focused on Lex and almost kills him a couple of times,
Yes.
and then seemingly disappears.
Right.
And it's just like, what? That's crazy. He must have gone back in time. And Lex is like, well, anyway.
All's well,
Well,
that ends well.
he also looks exactly like the outline of the dinosaurs and the knights and all those other things
Yeah,
when they
it's the same
disappeared
Yeah,
in
kind
time.
of
yeah,
effect.
so there's like an effect, and then like Superman's like, well, anyway, that was cool. And then we see in the crowd Ron is there and Lucy tagged along.
Oh yeah, we
And,
gotta
like-
wrap up this.
Like
Yes.
Jimmy's got to get his pictures back to the planet again, and Lucy gets like nudged by a guy, and like her bag falls off her shoulder, and all these like books spill out, these pamphlets, and it's like, so you want to keep your baby, like abortion,
so
adoption.
you want to keep your baby?
So you decided you're
Well,
gonna have
you've
it.
decided to keep that going, eh?
So
Okay.
let's see how
All
that
right.
turns out. And like
and Tic Tacs. She has Tic Tacs.
and Tic Tacs. I think they're TikToks.
Yes.
We're not shilling for Tic Tacs here.
She got TikToks in there, and he's just like Ron's like, what's up with you? She got bumped into.
Yeah. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
were you
What is
dropping
your problem?
things?
Yeah,
Jeez.
and then all of a sudden,
Butterfingers.
right?
Thank God you're not pregnant. I could never have a baby with you.
Yeah, so then he finds all the pamphlets, and she's just like, I'm pregnant.
Oh,
I've
no.
been trying
Done,
to tell you, not
done.
very hard.
Done! And then we go to LexCorp, where, like, Lex has Caleb, and he has him, like, in a machine, and he's just like, isn't it funny that, like, the hole that Superman cut is the way that I was able to get him out of there without Superman ever knowing, and now I know the future for myself, so won't that be sweet? Anyway, I'm gonna use some rays and shoot it at him and see what's going on. Cheers!
Yeah.
Yep.
He's just delighting in
And-
what's gonna happen.
The end. Like, not to be continued. Just
Yeah.
That's it.
Cheers.
Yep.
That's
Except
it?
I assume they
This is
address it
insane.
later.
I'm
but
sure. I don't know.
It's not a to be
So,
continued.
there you go.
The saga of
Yeah.
Caleb.
Superman,
Man
the
of
Man of Tomorrow,
Tomorrow.
who's Caleb.
Time War.
Wait.
Caleb is the Man of Tomorrow.
I guess.
Who's gonna buy the planet?
Is that what it's called?
Oh.
Man of
I
Tomorrow?
don't. I think that's
Oh,
just the
who winds
imprint.
it?
Oh yeah, who ends up
Yeah.
buying the planet?
Batman.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Bruce Wayne's like, oh, screw it.
Oh, you.
I'm sorry. I didn't know there was a problem. Purchased. Everybody who is here can stay. Perry and Jimmy and...
So he's Jeff
And
Bezos.
Dirk. You
And
know
I
what?
guess
No.
Dirk- I know.
Dirk.
But everyone's gonna start writing cool stories about Batman.
Right. And
None
how-
of this Superman nonsense.
Yeah. Replace him. Yeah, no.
Dirk, let me see that award.
What are you going to do? No one will believe you.
It's just Batman.
Oh, and he's like, I talked to the committee that gave you the award. They're taking it back.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nothing.
there you have it. Superman, the Man of Tomorrow, number 11. Raptors, number 1. And Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, number 1. Which one's the good, which one's the bad, which one's the ugly? I think we can all agree that Superman is the best one out of these 3 books.
I agree. I think it's the most competently written. I know it's not a dinosaur book.
It is not.
It's not.
It is
It's
not
more
the
of a
best
spaceship book.
Yeah, it is not the
Yeah.
best
Spaceships, the
dinosaur book.
dinosaurs.
No, it's true.
But that's not the show. The show's not about like the one that best fits the theme.
No.
Right. It's just
way.
which one's the best book
Yeah,
out of
no,
these.
I
It's
enjoy
the most competent.
reading that the most.
I will say this book moves at breakneck speed.
It does.
I was like,
does.
we're already in the...
It's left
And-
field a lot.
And other than I don't even think it's left field because other than Dirk, Everything else was fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, she's balancing.
Well,
She's
I
like,
don't-
okay, there's this story and there's
I
this
just
story.
didn't like Dirk.
I'm not
No.
familiar with Ron. I don't know about Lucy. I don't know all these things. There's so much happening in the air for me.
But this is a number 11.
Right.
Yeah, and like,
And you
I
can
feel
still
like,
Not for me.
I don't really need to know that because like it is well written enough that you can kind of infer what's going on.
Yeah.
With these characters, like, and look, I don't care about them.
No.
You
not
know, and I'm not
necessarily.
going to, but I did enjoy the dialogue. Like, they seemed like real people.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, it was very competent.
Yes.
Yes.
And I also enjoyed seeing Clark Kent's exit from the office. Like, I thought that was just so well done.
Yeah,
Like,
and it wasn't like an accident. It wasn't like, oh, I forgot to give Clark something to do.
yeah.
It was just, no, it's funny to see him, like, be like, whew, okay, oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Like,
because you
that's-
got these people, like, all they can think about is their jobs, and he's like, I have to save the world.
and I might get
Duh,
fired, but I
alright.
gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, when he
Yeah.
comes back, and he's just like, all right.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. So,
It's,
yeah,
it's a very classic
Superman story.
Yes.
To me, this is what Superman
is all about.
is all about.
Yeah.
It's a very silly and like pointless version of it. Definitely not like the best example of Superman,
No.
but like in terms of like the style, the art is
Yeah,
great.
this felt like the most quintessential Superman story.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, certainly of all these books, well, the others don't adhere to any. Well, I mean, I guess they
Any
adhere to
convention,
their own,
their own continuities. or
Yeah.
whatever.
continuities, but like this is like it's such a classic like comic book.
Yes.
To me.
It's
Yeah.
definitely better written, but I had more fun reading Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Yeah, so like, yes, I'm very torn
Okay.
on these two.
No. No.
Because
I had zero fun reading
Cadillacs
Cadillacs
and Dinosaurs, like, does what it's trying to do.
It
Like,
delivers
so
on the
well.
premise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's such a like. There's so much world building, and it takes you into that
I-
like
I think that's-
40s like 50s
I think
style.
it's for world building.
Really?
Because without that backup, you can't infer things from it.
True.
And that bothers me. Because
yeah,
I
but
didn't
there
read
is,
the backup
but is
first.
there? Well, I didn't read the backup. I read the front.
I didn't read the
inside
front.
cover.
I did.
Oh.
I just read the book.
Oh, interesting. Maybe I would have felt differently.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, because like,
I got it.
yeah,
Like, I understood what was
Yeah.
going on.
There were
and
some
anything that I didn't
obnoxious things,
understand,
the
I was like,
language is
"Well,
obnoxious.
This book's not for me. I
It's
personally
justified
think
then.
that this is the best dinosaur book.
Yes.
Okay.
This is not a dinosaur book either.
No.
None of these are dinosaur books except for Raptor because
Yes.
it's actually about dinosaurs.
Yes.
And even
Yes.
they are marionette puppet versions of
Yep.
dinosaurs.
Yes.
This barely has any
But, like,
dinosaurs in it.
Yeah.
The focus on this book is about the dinosaurs.
But it's
you
the
know?
wrong dinosaur. The whole
I'm
book
just-
is about
no,
the
but you're
T-Rex.
right. But like they're
Well,
like
the beginning's about the two.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
well
true.
they're trying to get rid of all the dinosaurs. Or they're trying to
Yeah.
capture them.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
And
like,
they find the raptors and they
but like
end
the
with the
plot
raptors.
is about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not
it's-
saying it's a good book, but
Fair
that is the
enough.
best dinosaur
think
That is the
book.
best dinosaur book.
The good is Superman Man of Tomorrow is the best book.
I agree. It
Raptor is the best dinosaur book.
To me, Raptor is the most horrible book in every other way, though.
Yeah.
And I appreciate. This is the bad to me, but I really appreciate like how much they tried to do something like very specific.
Yeah.
And I feel like they succeeded. I don't think it's a thing that we need. I don't think it's like good that it exists, but it is interesting to
Yeah.
me.
Raptor wins the best dinosaur book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hooray.
I do agree on that.
It, like Dirk, can take its award home and flaunt it to everybody.
Because we are never
Because
reading it again.
Because it's not going to win anything else. And I think it's the worst book we have. Although I do love this cover.
The cover's awesome.
that
It's
cover's
dope.
great.
This should be a poster.
It's too bad.
It's too
But
bad.
that cover is great. Who did the cover? Well, I'm guessing it's not one of the two artists.
Oh,
I would
no.
hope.
That happens a lot too with Alien books and Predator
Yeah,
books.
that's,
The
like,
covers are
inexcusable.
spectacular, and then you open it up and you're like,
Oh.
Oh.
Yep, that sucks. That's Dark Horse, though.
yeah.
Well,
I
then
know.
again, we also had another book where the cover kind of...
Yeah, actually,
Lied to us.
yeah, the only one that actually gave you what they said they were going to
Yeah.
give you was Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Well, I mean,
Even that.
whoops.
Well, we got Superman in this book.
That's true, but he doesn't fight dinosaurs.
Well, we
And there's
don't
no
know.
time
that,
war.
That could be in between panels.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
could've
you can
had it in
infer
between
that
You,
he
you
does
understand?
punch
This
the
is
pterodactyl.
all about time.
He
Maybe
might have,
we're missing something.
He might have punched it on the way over. He's like,
Right.
okay,
a
wham.
pterodactyl in the book?
Yes, it flies by.
Okay, all right. It flies past at some point.
Well,
It
anyway.
flies fastly
There
away
it
from him.
is.
after
Yep,
that.
there you have
Just
it.
one panel.
Which in
Oh,
my
no!
head, I
It's in the
imagine
background of
He
one
punched it
panel.
away from him.
I was going to say that somehow that one like stayed there. Like the other ones were
Yeah,
like,
it stayed behind.
he's just like
Yeah.
he just nests on top of the Daily Planet.
That'd be cool.
Now there's a pterodactyl.
I would love
One
that. If
pterodactyl.
they did that and like just had carried it on like, oh no, Metropolis has a pterodactyl, watch out.
This
Yeah.
book also has this epic Coke ad.
Yeah, I love this Coke ad.
Red page. With the Coke logo at the top,
Thirst.
and it says thirst
No
at the
more.
bottom.
I used to have that font in my computer.
Thirst no more.
Thirst no
Anyway,
more.
unfortunately, nothing I think right for the wrong box.
No.
But
None of them
still,
are bad
no.
enough.
no, not bad enough. No, nothing worse than Curse the Spawn yet. But
Yet.
the challenge still stands. So we'll
Why?
I'm not
Because we're still doing this
I'm not-
show.
I don't
I'm
want
We
to
got
meet
through
that
like 6
challenge.
episodes without having
Yeah.
anything for that.
No, it's
book.
true.
So
I'm
it
not
might be
going
a
to
while.
deliberately look for it. I just,
He might though.
But they happen.
He will.
Listen,
Yeah,
no. I know there's a few books in the long boxes that are.
I still think Super Pro deserved its shot.
Well,
man.
it's not.
We're never
But-
gonna hear the end of Ben's hatred of
Super
Super
Pro.
Pro.
God no.
Well, we're going to bring.
Oh,
Super
don't
Pro
worry.
for me was a lot like this, and that like there was a very specific thing they were going for.
I think Super Pro's a little better.
I think Super Pro's a little better than that as well.
It's
This is a little more boring than Super Pro.
yeah. Oh, it is more boring because it's like, what are you even doing?
Right.
But in that, like, it's trying to achieve like a weird like specific style.
Yeah.
No.
Let's not talk about
That's-
Super
it's
Pro.
very-
I was
Let's
going to
just
say, no, that's the
Super
thing.
Pro was trying to just achieve a crossover
Yeah.
and to catch.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, well, and to launch
Catch new readers.
Super
Yeah.
Pro does not belong in the wrong box because it's better than something.
Yes.
Curse of the Spawn is not.
No.
The
Curse the Spawn
end.
is better than nothing.
Wait, does that mean if we find something for the wrong box, it displaces Curse of the Spawn?
No, it
No.
just has to be as horrible as
Yeah.
the only thing worse than it has to be Curse of the Spawn,
Okay.
or it has to be worse than Curse of the Spawn. That's the prerequisite.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you guys next time with another episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
So long.